and since 2018, a group of us have been fighting for the Department of Government Efficiency with Lee County Schools. Back in 2018, Lee Schools was promoting a sales tax increase, and a group of us tax fighters noticed that there's a pension cash bonus program. Holy Toledo! I want people in the private and public sector to have a good salary, great benefits, and a good retirement. But nobody in the private sector gets a pension and a paycheck at the same time to do the same job. And so we coined the phrase triple dippers, retirement paperwork. But they don't go anywhere. For 8 years, they collect the first dip, which is their paycheck, the second dip, which is their pension, and the third dip is they don't pay the standard 3% of their salary to the Florida retirement system like everyone else, shifting their personal responsibility to the taxpayers, and then, of course, increasing the unfunded pension liability, which is $39 billion, is with a B. And then you notice there's a cherry on the top of triple dippers. These triple dippers, by county ordinance, by school policy, cash out all their unused days off, their personal days, their sick days, their vacation days, not at the salary that they earned those days off over 8 or 10 or 20 years, but their final highest salary, artificially spiking up the last year's pay upon which their pension is based and artificially taking more money from us. We've been working, as I mentioned to you, from Bonita4 My wife and I live in Bonita Springs, Lee County, Collier County, and for the last 3 weeks I've been spending about 4 hours a day about Charlotte County. You have 66 Charlotte County government triple dippers, 49 of whom are receiving $21.1 million in a pension cash bonus just for showing up to work. And they're not paying the 3% of their salaries, $5.1 million, they're not paying to the Florida Retirement Center. Now there is a triple dipper king in Charlotte County. He is retired. All these people are retired. There is no mandatory retirement law in Florida. They voluntarily retired as a condition of joining this pension cash bonus program. Every one of the people I'm showing you is retired. Every one of them, the commissioners, could say, thank you for your service. We're going to replace you with somebody more freshly educated, healthier, and that's going to be able to do probably a more energetic job. This battalion chief, Michael Seneca, was not happy with a 5-year, $700,000 pension cash bonus, used his public position to take a pension cash bonus of $1.3 million. Oh. Then after he gets that pension cash bonus, he's going to be collecting an annual pension of $149,000 a year. His salary is only $90,000 a year. He's getting more money retired than he does working. Then he's working. And he's not the only one. Does triple dipping meet Charlotte County's hardworking conservative standards? Let's put this in perspective. The average Charlotte County resident makes $50,000 a year, which is just less than $25 an hour. It would take them 25.8 years to earn Charlotte County's triple dippers king, Mike Seneca's $1.3 million cash bonus in almost 3 years to make his annual pension payment of $150,000. And the other kicker is, after they get the cash bonus, they can go back to the regular job after 6 months. After 6 months. This is a huge ripoff of the taxpayers. I'm trying to shine a bright light on this, and he's not the only one. We got to stop it. We got to stop it. It's bankrupting the state of Florida. I fear, because there is a $39 billion unfunded pension liability in the state of Florida, that we're going to lose our status as a no-income tax state. Because you know the power of the politicians, you know the power of the bureaucrats. They're going to say, well, we have to honor our promises. What about the promises to us? Yeah. What about the promises about our property tax and affordability? Look at these. We got Michael Seneca, Curtis Owens, Kenneth Kolbemans, Gerald Mezzioni, all $1 million pension cash bonus. Horrible, horrible. And this particular one shows that these are the individuals not satisfied with a 5-year pension cash bonus. Some of you have this flyer. They use their position to get an 8-year pension cash bonus. Talk about greed. How many luxury cars can you drive at one time? How many luxury condos can you live in on vacation at one time? How many gourmet meals can you eat at one time? This is gluttony. The state law should stop it. Our county commissioners, our city councilors should stop it by saying, thank you for your service. We're going to replace somebody else in your position. You are not going to continue ripping off the taxpayers and collecting these outrageous bonuses. They're shameless. Absolutely shameless. Maybe you recognize some of these people. 5 county retired employees taking over $1 million in pension cash bonus. Larry Lipple, $1.1 million pension cash bonus, salary of $88,000, but he's going to get a pension of $133,000 a year. Dennis Locker, $1.7 million pension bonus, and he's going to get a monthly pension of $123,000. And it goes on. Christopher Kedning, Christopher Mott. I don't know the names of all these people. That's why I need some of you to join me, to join us, to create a Charlotte County Department of Governmental Efficiency for the county of Charlotte County and for the school board. Let's require the county commissioners, the board of county commissioners, to replace the retired employees when their annual pension rises 80% to 80% of their salary. That's what we have to live on. I'm 67 years old. I'm retired. I'm busting my butt at Home Depot, working in the garden department, lifting 50-pound bags of rocks and 40-pound bags of mulch to try to make ends meet. And these guys are getting over $1 million in a pension cash bonus. We should say when your pension is going to be 80% of your pay, we're going to replace somebody else. And you see these golden handcuffs? This is exactly what's happening. Most of these triple dippers are 65 years old or older. And some of them are spry, but other people are burned out mentally, burned out physically, burned out emotionally. And these are golden handcuffs. Golden handcuffs that are keeping them on the job, and they're denying all the other lower level men and women to climb up that ladder. Climb up the ladder at the sheriff's department. Climb up the ladder at the fire department. So instead of enriching the over the hill for people who maybe are burned out, why not give a young lady, a young man a chance? Why not let the second and the third and the fourth in command a chance at having these jobs instead of having people collecting $1.3 million? What do you think about that proposal? This is a list I'm hoping to create, with your help, a Charlotte County list so people can see this. So we can shine the bright light on the cockroaches that are taking our tax money and see them running to the edges of the room. And to say this is too much. And yes, it's a state issue, but we have elected officials at the city, at the county, at the school level that can say, thank you for your service, here's a plaque, and we're going to give the chance to somebody else. What are you seeing on the forms that we gave you? Last name, first name, employer, BOCC means Board of Commissioner, salary, fake retirement date. That's when they sign the contract promise to retire with no guarantee of a future job. And then 5-year pension cash bonus, 8-year pension cash bonus, monthly pension bonus, and that's a position. I spent over 3 weeks to put this information to give you the tools so that we can have a Department of Governmental Efficiency presentation to the Board of Commissioners, the school board, and the City Council for their next fiscal year presentations. What's the first step? 66 retired Charlotte County employees are triple dippers, receiving $2.3 million in salaries, plus taxpayer-paid employee benefits. You know this, 40% of their salary. And I want them to have a good salary. I want them to have good benefits. But nobody in the private sector gets a second dip. Their pension at the same time to do the same job. Third dip, they're the only retired in public employees. These are all retired that don't pay the standard 3% of their salary to the retirement system like everyone else, shifting personal responsibility to the taxpayers. And the cherry on the top, cashing out their unused vacation, personal sick days at their final highest salary, taking more money from the taxpayers. I paid for the W-2 Box 1 in Lee County and Collier County Sheriff's Department, and the final year's salary for those employees was almost double the regular salary. Because they get all the honor guard, they get all the midnight, guards with the warning signs. There's road construction work. They get all the conventions and training. It's gaming the system at the expense of the taxpayers. I'm hoping that Collier County Schools, at Charlotte County rather, Board of Commissioners require that unused days off be cashed out at the salary the unused days were earned. And I'd like somebody to find out what is the policy in Charlotte County. Collier County employees can take 500 days of vacation, 500 days, and then they cash them out at the highest final salary. What is the policy of Charlotte County Board of Commissioners, Charlotte County Schools? Maybe 40 days should be maximum, and you get them paid out at the salary that you earn, not artificially taking more money from the taxpayers. Then the triple dippers continue to get not only their COLA, cost of living increases, but monthly subsidies of health insurance, minimum $45, maximum $255 for life. And that keeps going up every legislative session. And then they can return to the same job after 6 months. Now, this is crowding out operational funds. The employer contribution taxpayer paid for triple dippers is 21.13%. For a regular class employee, it's 14.5%. That's crowding out money. That's money that the taxpayers pay, and the triple dippers pay nothing. That should be your senator, the Senate Majority Leader Burton, should at least say, have them start paying 3% of their salary. We need the Department of Government Efficiency for Charlotte County. Look at this. The county attorney, $239,000 salary. $239,000. This is an area ripe for privatization, particularly for routine legal matters such as contract reviews and litigation. Privatizes Charlotte Sports Park. Why do we have 16 security guards, 6 special event specialists, and a part-time maintenance employee as a county employee? These should be private sector positions. Privatize the IT services. Hillsborough County, Palm Beach County, Broward County, Miami-Dade, Orange County. They've got these young whippersnappers that they contract out with the computer services to make sure that we are secure, we get the best deal, and we're also not paying them pension cash bonuses. Look at Charlotte County Schools. Charlotte County Schools are pushing for 60% pension bonus hikes, while over half of the students fail basic reading and math tests. Half. Over half. But we have also Charlotte County employees not satisfied with the 5-year pension cash bonus. 88 Charlotte County school employees are set to collect $11.2 million. This money that can be saved if we replace triple dippers with entry-level, freshly educated, healthier people could save 40%. $2.3 million would pay for 98,000 tutor hours. How can you learn if you can't read? How can you get a good job if you can't read? It's horrible. I mean, back when we were younger, everybody almost was reading. Everybody, but they would memorize multiplication tables. And you wouldn't graduate from the 4th grade to the 5th grade unless you could read, unless you could do those memorization tables. Why do we have Charlotte schools graduating, bragging they're graduating, 88%, when over half can't read? It's been 45 years since these triple dippers earned a college degree or high school diploma. Give younger people a chance to start a new career or family, buy a home. Now what can we do about it? Vote against politician triple dippers, like the triple dipper queen, our public defender, 5 counties, Kathleen Smith. was not satisfied with the $547,000 five-year pension cash bonus, used her position for a $1 million pension cash bonus. Vote her out. Vote her out. She's up for election in 2 years, using our taxpayer dollars to defend criminals. Urge incumbents and candidates to sign a pledge not to take a pension cash bonus. We had 2 candidates in Collier County sign this pledge to say, I accept that the standard salary, the standard benefits, and the regular pension is sufficient, and I promise not to take a pension cash bonus. And she won. She won. Melissa Glazier. No, it's notarized. Maybe she can lie. But I think by asking the politicians to sign this pledge, knows we're watching them, and it has a personal commitment, a family commitment, a community commitment to stop this outrageous taxpayer ripoff. What else can you do? I'm seeking volunteers and donations to expose triple dippers and cut spending. I'll do the research. My wife Catherine and I are going back to Michigan on Wednesday. But I need to work with people that know the faces, that know the names, that know some of the history of these operations. And we can ask our county commissioners, our school board members, our city council to bring the Department of Government Efficiency to, and also calling your state reps, state senators to vote for these reforms. Ask your candidates, not only will you sign a notarized pledge not to take a pension cash bonus, but would you promise to vote and make a motion to accept the retirement of any public employee once that public employee's annual pension equals 80% of their current pay? What do you think about this idea? Is this reasonable? Ask them, the candidates for office, will you promise to vote and make a motion to establish a Department of Government Efficiency and direct staff to publish requests for proposals to privatize departments and positions under your jurisdiction? So my name's Dave J. I'm a researcher with TripleDippers.org and USATaxFighters.org.